years ago on the 21st of October. RMS said that the study was conducted with research seismologists led by the USGS. It found that a magnitude 7.0 quake rupturing the entire length of the Hayward Fault would result in economic losses between $210 billion and $235 billion, with only up to $30 billion likely insured. A magnitude 6.8 earthquake rupturing the southern Hayward Fault today, based on the current population and property exposure, would result in economic losses between $112 billion and $122 billion, of which a maximum of $13 billion would be insured. Historically, the 1868 Hayward earthquake ruptured a section of the fault from just about Fremont, California, to just north of Oakland. It caused extensive damage to small farming communities along the fault. They're not farming communities now. Strong ground shaking and liquefaction also destroyed unreinforced masonry buildings in Oakland and San Francisco. According to Patricia Grossi, who is the senior scientist who worked on the study at RMS, quote, more than 7 million people now live in the fault zone and surrounding areas, over 25 times the population at the time of the 1868 quake. As the southern section of the fault has ruptured on average every 140 years for the past 700 years, this particular anniversary highlights the need to continue investing in short-term and long-term mitigation, as well as preparedness initiatives before the next event occurs. We'll go now to a word from our sponsors and come back with the rest of the news.
Every day, the world wakes up and goes to work, pursuing the unique opportunities that lead the global economy forward. The complexity and close connectivity of today's global marketplace is a true modern miracle that can create unparalleled success. But it takes confidence, passion, innovation, and understanding.
Enabling opportunity.
Protecting capital.
Engineering innovation.
Investing in your future.
Ensuring continuity.
Finding the right balance.
It takes Aon.
From prehistoric time to today, man's progress has been marked by his ability to fashion tools and use them to his advantage. From early humans making tools from stone, man evolved and was soon trading with other men. Money evolved, and tools such as the abacus to handle complex money transactions were developed. By the end of the 19th century, machines such as the cash register began to appear. 100 years later, we have even better computer-driven machines which track stock, change prices, and automatically reorder. Meanwhile, the reinsurance industry has failed to embrace man's drive for progress. The reinsurance industry today would be as familiar to practitioners from the 1800s as it is to modern underwriters. An underwriter or broker from 1800 would settle nicely into today's business. That is, until now. For the reinsurance industry, pivot point changes everything. Soon it will be understood that the period before pivot point was as dark as the caveman period was before the abacus. Come and see for yourself if you don't believe. After a demonstration, you will understand what is possible.
One of the regular arson events has occurred again in Athens. Greek police say suspected anarchist arsonists have firebombed 5 parked cars and a mobile phone shop in downtown Athens. Nobody was injured in the attacks. There were no arrests. Police say 3 cars were destroyed and another 2 badly burned by homemade incendiary bombs made of cooking gas canisters bound together. The vehicles were parked outside Greek Navy offices in central Athens. Similar devices were used against a mobile phone store in the northern suburb of Agia Paraskivi. Anarchist groups frequently use firebombs in Athens, often against state property and banks, to protest government social and economic policies. Arrests are very rare, and the attacks have shown no sign of abating over the past 10 years. In China, a landslide in the southwestern part of the country has now left at least 30 people dead and 42 others missing, this according to Xinhua this morning. The deadly torrent of mud and rocks hit Chongjiang City in Yunnan province yesterday. The area has been pounded by heavy rains in recent days. More than 1,000 homes collapsed. Tents, quilts, and clothing are being sent to the affected area. And there was